new here, welcome to my channel. I'm a hairstylist, makeup artist, image consultant. I style people from head to toe, and I love to help people look and feel great from the inside out. Today, we're going to talk about how to grow your hair healthy and long successfully. Okay, so today's topic is a game changer. I know I've had so many clients over the years who are looking to grow their hair, but there's a lot of things you need to know on how to do it successfully and end up getting the hairstyle that you're looking for in the long run. So here's 5 tips to be able to get the hairstyle that you want and in healthiest hair possible. Number 1, you have to have an end goal in mind. It's important that you start growing your hair. Maybe you're bored with it. Maybe you're looking for something new. Maybe you just want to have something new and fresh, and that's fantastic. But you need something that's going to be an inspiration and to help you on the track of being able to stick to it. I caution you about going back and looking at pictures of your hair from 10, 15 years ago. Chances are it's changed in one way, shape, form, or another. The construction of it, the style of it, the density, whether it's curly now, maybe there's some gray in it. And we don't necessarily have the same bone structure that we had at that time. So look for a picture that's going to be similar to the hair that you have right now. Fine hair, wavy hair, gray hair, thinner hair, thicker hair. Something that looks and assimilates to the type of hair that you have right now. Number 2, get good with your hairstylist. If you've got a consistent hairstylist, here's the conversation I want you to have. And if you don't have a consistent hairstylist, find one. They're everywhere and they're great to have because this experience needs a relationship with your hairstylist. It's not enough to just let your hair grow. That's not the way that it's going to get healthier. And remember, we always want to end up having healthy hair. It doesn't matter how long it is if it's not healthy. I'd rather you have shorter, healthier hair than long and straggly and ripped, right? Have a conversation with your stylist that sounds something like this. I want to grow my hair and here's my end goal. Picture in hand. Now, know that hair grows roughly 6 inches a year. Okay, that's generally speaking for most hair types. A little slower for some, a little faster for others, but that's generally the length of time you're looking at. Now, generally, hair grows about an inch, 6, 7 weeks, 8 weeks for really fine hair. But in that case, you're ahead if you go for a haircut every 8 weeks. Now, hear me out. Going for a haircut is incredibly important because your hairstylist knows your end goal. Going for the haircut helps trim the ends off. So having a discussion with your hairstylist about trimming, how much trimming looks like for you and for them is incredibly important. If they know what your end goal is, then making a deal with them that you will come every 8 weeks for a trim, but it's no more than 1/4 of an inch off. No more. You're still ahead, 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, and you've got a little bit of cleanup. And it is so incredibly important that you do this. Not only does it help keep your hair healthy, but it also maintains your style and your shape as you're growing. So you don't have that awkward growing out phase where you're tucking everything or pinning something or, you've got like the outdated mullet happening. Really important that you commit and they commit to you so that they're not cutting anything more than 1/4 of an inch off, but they're hoping and helping you get to where you want to go, but in the best way possible. Number 3, absolute must is hair is healthy from the inside out. When you've been taking care of what you've been eating, that's as much the nutrition going inside as it is to help grow the hair. Be gentle. Be gentle. This is one of the things that you've got to remember when you're growing out your hair. If hair grows 6 inches a year on average, if you're starting with hair that's already 6 inches long, that hair's been around for a year. Now you're going to be getting it to stay longer. Maybe you're adding another 6 inches to it. That means your hair is going to be around for at least 2 years, maybe 3 years in some situations. This hair is strong until it isn't. So being really gentle on pulling and tugging, heat, product, that kind of thing, especially if you're adding more heat. So the longer the hair gets, the more styling it may require. You might start getting really experimental with designing and styling. That's fantastic. But you've got to remember, you need to be gentle. This hair wants to be in optimum condition, and it will be, provided it doesn't get burnt, fried, or overstressed. Be gentle. And number 5, you absolutely have to be taking care of your hair with product. If you're still using some average shampoo and conditioner and you're thinking about growing your hair longer, you've really got to up your product. Hair is strong from the inside and strong from the outside. But you have to remember, it's more or less relying on one small feed tube going through the hair shaft, the medulla. And that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to go all the way to the ends in everybody's hair. Everyone's DNA is different. But that little feeding tube is not necessarily going to be able to feed the condition of your hair all on its own. So, much like being gentle and feeding from the inside out, you've really got to make sure that you're going to be taking care of the outside. It's going to need moisture. It's going to need protein. Maybe you're going to need to do serums on a regular basis. You're definitely going to have to look at more intensified masks, nutrients, deep conditioning treatments, those kinds of aspects, which your hairstylist will definitely recommend for you. Steer clear of home coloring. It is absolutely not as easy as it looks. And if you want your hair to grow long and healthy and luscious, doing things on your own, like chemical services, can be absolutely devastating to a hair shaft for all kinds of reasons. Go to your professional. They'll take care of you, especially when they know exactly what you're looking for. Okay, so that was my top 5, what you can do to help grow your hair longer. I hope you enjoyed this video. Check out my other videos to be able to get into more hair, makeup, and clothing so that it can influence your lifestyle, your work style, and your hairstyle. Thanks for joining me.